Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, our journey to self realization. Please subscribe for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang. We are currently exploring Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are on chapter number 16, Deva Sur Sampatti Vibhag Yoga, Yoga of Divine and Demoniac Qualities. Commentaries by my worshipful Guruji Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So, continuing from shloka number 8, Lord Krishna is continuing to guide Arjuna on the divine versus demoniac qualities. So, chapter 8, chapter 16, shloka number 8. God continues, Asatyam apratishtham te jagadahuranishwaram अपरस्पर संभूतं किमन्यत् कामहेतुकम्. They hold that the world is rooted in untruth, it is without support, without God, it is created by mutual union, lust being the only cause. What else? So here Lord is describing the nature of demoniac people who are steeped into worldly activities, and they have no faith or trust in God. So, this is why they are of demoniac nature. They have this view that God, the world just sprung up without God, without any energy managing and maintaining this world. So it is created by mutual union, lust being the only cause. Just like we reproduce and we procreate, they think the world is also sustained in that manner only. Little do they realize the science and the deep mystical channel behind everything being organized and managed by the divine energy, who is controlling the sun, the moon, the stars, the planets, the cosmos, and the breath that we are breathing. Shloka number 9. Etam drishtimavashtabhya nashtatmano alpabuddhayaha prabhavantyugrakarmanaha kshayaye jagato ahitaha. Having adopted this vision, these lost souls endowed with little intellect perform violent deeds. They are born as enemies of righteousness for the destruction of the world. And we have seen some people in this world, dictators like Hitler who came to this world, whatever their belief, through their hatred, they did mass damage. And this is what God is saying. So, such souls, when they come, they are lost souls. They have no ethics or certain principles by which they lead their lives. They are endowed with greed, and they perform violent deeds, and they don't use intellect, they don't have a compassionate heart. And so wherever there is righteousness, they oppose it, they want to create a destruction in the world. Such is their nature. God is explaining. Moving on to shloka number 10. Kamamashritya dushpuram dambhamanam dhatmvitaha mohat grahitva grihan pravantante ashuchi vrataha. Driven by insatiable desire, filled with pride, hypocrisy, and arrogance, holding evil ideas due to delusion, they are inclined to impurely motivated resolve. So they do things that are unethical, wrong, and their desire, wrongful desire, is never quenched. It's always insatiable, and they are filled with pride and hypocrisy and arrogance, like God has just confirmed and said, and they hold evil ideas due to deluded thinking only. So they are all traits and things we should avoid. People who are of sattvic quality, even staying away from those people is what our scriptures prescribe us to do. Stay away from bad company, negative company. One rotten apple spoils the whole apple basket. So we should be very mindful of the company we choose and the people we interact with. Otherwise, it will easily contaminate good people also through that tainted vision, through the rajas and the tamas in them. Moving on to shloka 11. Chintamap parimeyam cha pralayanta mupashritaha कामोपभोगपरमा एतावदिति निश्चिताः. Given to innumerable worries which last until death, considering the enjoyment of sense pleasures as the highest goal, they feel convinced that this is all. So this is the life they live. They think we have come to this earth. They don't believe in reincarnation. They don't believe in cause and effect or action and reaction, the law of karma. They don't believe in any of that. So therefore, they are constantly stripped, full of worries, because for them this is this only life they have, and their worries never end. They continue to bother them, and so for them, just sense enjoyment, sense pleasures, and sense gratification seems to be the highest goal. They don't believe in abstinence, they don't believe in self control, etc. And because they think this is all there is to it. So this is very sad indeed, but because they have demoniac qualities, they are in that form. But that doesn't mean that they cannot be changed easily due to the effect of satsanga. Remember, Ratnakar example we use, who was a dacoit and a very cruel person. He came into contact with sage Narada and his life changed. He wrote Ramayana and also Yoga Vasishtha that we all study every Friday. So this is a massive transformation can occur, even the hardest and the cruelest of people, but provided the timing and their karma is about to change through some divine miracle or through some karmic fructification, satsanga. So this is the glory of satsanga. Even by chance something comes, and then that also can change their life. So that is a beautiful shloka God is guiding us with. And shloka number 12. Asha pasha shatair baddhaha kama krodha parayanaha इहन्ते कामभोगार्थम् अन्यायेनार्थसञ्जयान्. Bound by the fetters of numerous desires, obsessed by lust and anger, they strive to acquire wealth by adopting unrighteous means for the sake of gratifying the senses. So these are the extremely negative demoniac people who don't believe in ethically earning money. They easily rob people or can commit crimes to satisfy their desire, all for satisfaction of the senses. They don't ponder over the karmic entanglements they would get into, how many lower embodiments they would get into, how much hell they will have to experience after their death. None of those thoughts come to them because their nature, by definition, has become demoniac. And then in shloka 13, God says, इदमद्य मया लब्धमिमं प्रापस्य मनोरथम् इदमस्तीदमपि मे भविष्यति पुनर्धनम्. I have gained this today. Now I will fulfill another desire. This wealth is already mine. that wealth will also become mine. Such is their thinking of the demoniac people. So nothing satisfies their desires, and their thirst is never quenched. In other words, they keep on hoarding and keep on going for the next thing to do, and not even by ethical means. They do whatever they need to do to fulfill their desire. So now keep in mind, we are not talking about ambitious people. You can certainly be very ambitious and be very successful and ethical at the same time, but that is important, to be ethical and not to hurt others and not to do cheating and crimes and all that. So if you and also wealth can be a very powerful tool, or it can be a very destructive tool. It all depends on how we use the wealth. Just like a knife in a surgeon's hand saves a life, the same knife in a criminal's hand takes a life. It's not the fault of the knife at all. It's the intention behind the person who is using that instrument. So a sattvic person is kind, compassionate. He will use that knife to cut a fruit and give it to somebody to eat. And a doctor will save a life with it, like we just said, and but a criminal will commit crimes with it also. So we have to be very careful of these demoniac people who are filled with greed only, and who all they do is create destruction and disharmony in the world. Shloka 14. Asau maya hatah shatrur hanishye chaparanapi ईश्वरोऽहमहं भोगी सिद्धोऽहं balavan sukhi. I have destroyed this enemy. Others will also be destroyed by me. I am the Supreme Lord. I am the enjoyer, the perfect one. I am endowed with power. I am happy. These are the demoniac quality people. This is how their thought process works. So therefore they are always conniving, cheating, hurting others for their own benefit, and they are ambitious simply from a worldly success viewpoint, and they consider themselves to be superior. Their ego is very inflated also, and therefore they are power hungry. So spiritual people should understand the implications of all this and lead a ethical, pure, simple, gentle life, because in this life only we can do a lot of good to ourselves and to humanity by maintaining purity. And also it is saving one soul at a time. It's We don't need to be unnecessarily bothering ourselves. If we become pure, everybody will benefit from that. With that attitude, we should help others and do what is right. Shloka number 15. Adhyo abhijanavaनस्मि को अन्यो sadrisho maya dakshye dasyami modishya ityajnana vimohitaha. I am wealthy and born in a noble family. Who is equal to me? I'll perform yajna, give wealth in charity, I will rejoice, thus deluded by ignorance. So these people uh, have arrogance, they have pride. So if they are born um, in a wealthy family, or they make wealth, they use that wealth to glorify their pride. Even when they give to charity, they do it with a great pomp and show, and they inflate their own egos by doing that, and continue to tell people how much charity they have done. So this is their deluded concept of living, and all this is due to ignorance only. And with this, we conclude our satsang for today. We will start from shloka number 16 for chapter number 16, Deva Sur Sampatti Vibhag Yoga. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Hari Om Tat Sat.